Alright, what's going on, guys? Today a bit of a different style video. We're going over to Autodream and reviewing their FRS because yeah, they got a pretty sweet FRS. First time reviewing a car, never done it before.
Yeah, and we got my buddy Jarek and David over there. Their links will be in the description. They do like, well, he does high quality like video and stuff, so the quality of this video is going to be a lot higher than what it normally is.
If you're happy with it, give them a follow. Their IG will be below.
Yeah, be sure to check them out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Trying something different, mixing it up a bit, you know. So yeah, we're gonna head over to Autodream now and
yeah, enjoy this footage.
Check out his rig, man.
We got the GH5, towed to 35mm and the gimbal.
Nice.
It's gonna be sick.
That's dope. Looking forward to it.
And he's got the boost on his feet. Hey, I like that.
All ripped out boost.
Hey, crowd control. Yeah, I like that sticker.
Why? He's gonna be so hyped that he's in a video.
This is Autodreams 2014 Scion FRS, equipped with the Borg Warner 6768 EFR turbocharger kit and dyno tuned by Autodream. This car makes a modest 201 kilowatts and 0.8 bar. It makes this power through the use of an ECU Tech tuning system, custom fabricated up and mid pipes, with a parent catback exhaust. This lightweight chassis is sitting on 18-inch gram light wheels and is fitted with HKS Hypermax 4 GT coilovers.
Yeah, so from the factory, these cars come with pretty much no horsepower. I think stock they come with around 200 crank or something like that. And when these first started coming out, like I always thought, like in the back of my mind, I'm like, these cars will replace the 240s. Once all the 240s are gone, this will be like the next like 240, like S chassis sort of style. Just because they're reliable, like I guess new. They're cost effective, like they're not too expensive of a car. They're not like super fast stock, but there's so much aftermarket support that you can pretty much make it how you want to make it. So much you can do to these cars and really turn them into complete monsters. Like this one. So yeah, it's got a nice turbo kit on it, aftermarket clutch, coilovers, custom downpipe built by Autodream. Right now it's running about 8 psi, so it should be around 250 to 260 wheel horsepower, which is a good, I'd like to say probably good like 80 to 100 over the stock wheel horsepower, which is really what these cars should have come with from the factory. Sounds unreal. Yeah, like this is just a solid car. This is the type of car that you could drive around the city all day. Like you got air conditioning, like all the creature comforts you could want. Super comfortable, super quiet, and she pulls.
Alright guys, so this is probably the third FRS that I've driven. Driven one NA1 stock and a supercharged one. And this, I gotta say, this is probably how the FRS should have came from factory. And it's sweet because even after all these modifications and stuff, you know, the car still drives like it would stock, just with a lot more pep to it. And not to say that these cars are gutless when they're stock, but they're just not very fast. And with the HKS coilovers in this, you get adjustable ride height and better cornering, but it's not like it's too stiff or crazy or anything like that. It's nice and easy to drive, and the brakes are amazing. Another feature that I really like about this car, I'm not sure if it's factory or if it's added in with the ECU, but it's got an auto blip, so when you're downshiffting, you don't have to rev match to downshift. It does it automatically for you, which I think is pretty cool. It might not be the fastest, might not be the craziest car out there, but Like, the car is just so nimble and easy to drive. It handles amazing. Like, I could drive this thing harder than I ever would in my Skyline.
Damn. Yeah, yo, lightweight chassis, turbocharged. I've driven stock FRSs, and the one thing that I can say about them is that they just feel like they're lacking something. Definitely not the quickest cars in the world, but the thing that I've always liked about the FRS chassis is that, like I said before, they're extremely balanced. So handling, they're built for handling, and the addition of the turbo is, I think, all this really needed. Like, this thing's only running, I think, around 8 psi, and even still at that power level, it feels like it's a totally different car. This car is definitely built for turns. Straight line, it wouldn't do that well, but around corners, like, I could see this thing with, you know, of course, a proper driver lapping some cars, making much more power. Wow. Power is extremely linear too. Like, it hits boost and seems to have the same pull right to redline. I'm gonna give a little bit of my opinion of the FRS here. So the FRS is like the new age 240SX. A lot of people get them for like drifting and autocross, track days, stuff like that. So they're really nimble, overall well-balanced cars. So I can see why a lot of people, you know, a lot of people go with the FRS BRZ because, yeah, for those reasons. Personally, I believe that they should have came turbocharged from factory because the horsepower and torque numbers are a little low, but I don't know, I've driven a couple turbocharged BRZs and FRSs, and they definitely feel a lot better with boost. So right now this car is on 8 pounds of boost. Originally it was tuned on 12 pounds of boost at 270 horsepower, so my guess is around 230, 240 right now. It's a light chassis, rear wheel drive, of course, makes for a fun car. If any of you guys have BRZs or FRSs, Autodream does custom manifolds for them, ECU installs, of course, a lot of bolt-on stuff. If you have a BRZ FRS, which I know a lot of people do in the car community now, it's like the new age 240, like I said. So if you have stuff you want to do in your local or nearby the Calgary area, be sure to stop by Autodream. They do, you know, everything: exhaust, suspension, turbos. I recommend all BRZ FRS owners to do a turbo. A lot of the superchargers, friends that I have that have experimented with the superchargers on the BRZ FRSs say it's still slow, and they definitely recommend a turbocharger. That's kind of about it for my opinion on the car. A nice, maneuverable, well-balanced, really good suspension, nice peppy, like daily driver. New, reliable, you can take it to the track, you can have fun with it on the streets. It's just nothing too over the top, nothing too crazy, but a good amount, but not too stock at the same time. So So now that we've all driven this thing and kind of like given our opinion, you know, let us know what you guys think of it in the comments. Nguyen asked us to do a review of this car. We've personally never done a review of any car, so we thought it'd be something fun to try. Yeah. I've never driven a turbocharged FRS. I don't know if these guys have. I know you've driven Derpies, but yeah. It's something fun to try, something a little different for the channel, you know, mix it up a little bit.
Cool to compare to other cars that we've driven.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I know there's a lot of BRZ FRS owners out there, so Autodream builds really any kind of JDM type cars. If you're looking to boost your BRZ FRS,
GT86, whatever you call it.
Whatever you want to call it. Depending on like what kind of turbo you use, what kind of manifold, intercooler lines. There's obviously the cheaper stuff, there's the more expensive stuff.
Depends on your power goals too. Like if you want to be making crazy power, obviously you're going to be spending more money versus like just a nice streetable kit that gives you decent upgrades over what factory is.
Yeah, you got to do the you know, the
gotta pay to play. You gotta pay to play.
Yeah. So this specific car is a shop vehicle, so they didn't really cheap out on anything.
Yeah, a lot of custom fab too. Like they've done all the intakes and like all the intercooler piping, like
exhaust manifold part.
Yeah.
So everything on this car, like turbo, manifold, all the lines, the intercooler, the ECU, the tune, install, labor, everything included to make this car the way it is for the turbo setup, costed around 10 to 12,000. Once again, keep that in mind. That's top of the line, kind of best quality type stuff.
So yeah, big thanks to Win and Autodream for giving us the opportunity to do this. Let us know what you thought of this review. Like, none of us have ever done this before, so I mean, if
you guys like this kind of video, maybe we'll do more in the future. Even of our own cars.
That's kind of the reason that we wanted to do this, is to prepare ourselves for when we do our own review of our cars.
Possibly see if you guys like it or not. So, yeah, check them out.
Check out Autodream. Their stuff is in the bio. They do crazy builds. Check out their IG if you want to see just some of the work that they do.
If you want to see like more reviews or anything, you know, let us know.
Yeah, they're the guys that donated the ECU to our car.
Yeah.
So
bear in mind this was our first review, so we'll get better if we want to do this. Take it easy. Yeah, no mean comments, please.
Yeah.